Hello everyone, I'm Sandy. Today we're going to make a pasta which is using 63 degrees egg, a handmade egg pasta, and 36 months Iberico Jamon. So by now you have received this box of cooking kit with all the ingredients inside. So let's open it. So in there you have a detailed recipe card with all the steps that I'm going to go through in the video today, step by step, which you can refer to later. But we're also going to go through some extra tips in the video as well. In a box, you'll have all of the ingredients. This is a 63 degrees egg, onsen egg. This is butter for a single portion, Parmesan cheese for a single portion. This is our handmade egg pasta, tagliolini. And this is our homemade chicken stock already seasoned with salt and pepper and garlic oil. And then you have pre-chopped up Italian parsley and your single portion of the 36 months Iberico Jamon. So we're ready to go. Okay, so first step in this recipe is to actually warm up the 63 degrees egg that we already pre-cooked. And it's very, very simple because we already cooked this in 63 degrees sous vide for 40 minutes. So you just crack it open like you would for any egg, carefully. Put it into a bowl like this. And then you literally just pour carefully hot water like that. Not directly on the egg in case you break it, but just pour enough hot water over it to cover the egg. And that's it. You can leave it aside and we can start cooking the pasta. Okay, so we'll start cooking the pasta now. The way we cook pasta in a restaurant is very different than the way you cook pasta at home. This is what we call a risotto method, which means that the pasta is actually mostly cooked in the stock, not in the water, then add to the sauce and then mix up. So we always start when we cook pasta, we have a pot with the stock where we're going to cook the pasta in. And then next to it is a pot of hot water that we keep boiling slowly the whole time we're cooking the pasta. And I'll show you why we need that. So the first step is to take your egg pasta and then we drop it into the boiling water to soften it and also to remove the excess flour that's on it. You just need it actually a little bit soft. And then you remove it. This is not cooked, it's just soft. Drain off some excess water and now put it into the boiling stock. Now you want to keep the stove at probably closest or at the highest marking of your stove while you're cooking this and reducing the stock the whole time. But if you're not confident about, this drying up, then you can keep it just slightly below the highest marking. And now you just basically wait for it to cook. So while this is cooking, actually for the handmade pasta, it's actually best to keep it in the freezer until before you're actually ready to cook with it. The reason is because fresh pasta has a lot of moisture in it. So if you leave it out in room temperature, out in the refrigerator, the water starts to come out and maybe the noodle will start sticking to each other. Now you see the stock is being reduced. Now you can actually then add some of that water, if it's not cooked yet, like a spoon at a time, back to the pasta, and keep cooking. Our pasta is actually made with two kinds of flour, Italian flour, semolina and 00, and it's actually made to be a bit more chewier than the normal fresh pasta. After a few minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, if you want to make sure that your pasta is cooked through, just pick a small piece up and taste it. Okay, this is cooked. This is perfect. So now you're ready to make the sauce that coats the pasta. You add a little bit more liquid if there's not enough liquid in the pan. And then at this stage, you add the butter, which should be now at room temperature and nice and soft. Add the parsley. Basically, you put everything in except the ham and the Parmesan cheese. So now you can turn up the heat a bit. The butter will emulsify the sauce as you reduce the liquid down. And basically let the sauce coat your pasta. And the onsen egg later, when you put on top of the pasta, will act like an egg sauce. This is like the adult version of a carbonara. Yep, I think this is done. So you can turn off the flame. Then now it's ready to plate the pasta. Don't waste all that nice yummy sauce. Just spoon it over the pasta and then make a little bit of a hole inside in the middle. If you have a slotted spoon at home, then you can use a slotted spoon. If not, you can also use a large spoon, hopefully larger than the size of the egg. And then just basically spoon out the egg from the hot water that we've been reheating it in very carefully. Use some kitchen paper, drain off the excess water, and then put it in the middle of the pasta. And then of course, finally the ham. So